how you think this film is faring or is going to fare. Just a quick sort of Google search on Zwigato right now has two different kind of stories and headlines. One is about...
to be honest, I don't know it. I haven't searched it.
I have. I've done that for you. So
Sorry, go ahead.
So let me tell you. So it's two different kinds of sort of messaging. One is that great movie, a lot of critical acclaim, slice of life, and the other is has done terribly at the box office. First day didn't even reach 1 crore, etc. Does that bother you? Do you think that a cinematic release was the best platform for your message at a time when the only movies that are working are huge starring blockbusters made with crores and crores of rupees, spent on special effects? Where does your Zwigato fit in?
Right. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, unfortunately, theatre has now become only for those big action films or, like you said, VFX heavy films. But my best memories of watching films has been in theatres, because I think it's a wonderful collective experience. It's an individual experience where it's just the screen, the story that you're watching and yourself. It's a very immersive experience. You are not distracted with phones and ghanti and, in the house, those billion things that are happening all the time. You can keep pausing the film. So it's a very immersive experience, and yet it's like a collective experience that you see with strangers, but you still have that experience together. You laugh together, you sigh together. So I don't know why we should not have that wonderful experience also for films that are not big blockbusters. As far as box office is concerned, if that was my trip, I would have never made films or never acted in films, the ones that I did. So for me, every audience is important, and there are thankfully enough people. As proportions, as percentages, they may be less, but in absolute numbers, there are still enough, I think, who connect with films like this. If the social media response that I'm getting, or even on WhatsApp, people are sending what their child said, what their mother said, not just their responses, but what their friend said, it seems very, very overwhelming. I choose to tell stories in a more sort of real way. That's just what I feel comfortable. I've not grown up seeing a sort of hardcore mainstream cinema. So the kind of cinema that I relate to, that's the way I want to tell stories. And I'm not so unique. I'm sure there are other people who want to see those films and, want to be part of that kind of cinematic experience.